big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go. Watch the nine.
Second down, Winston. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's third and long.
Let's go. Ready. Black 22.
To throw is Winston. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got a man complete. A big play on third down for the Lions. 47 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on the line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jameis to throw it. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Thomas Davis in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Bring it, Trevor.
Throwing, Winston. He finds Roberts, complete. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
10 more there and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
20.
Newton now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. A gain of 32 that time.
I don't think what we just saw there was any surprise, because when Christian McCaffrey came out of Stanford, we knew he was a threat running it and catching it. And any way you can get the ball in his hands, he wanted to do so. Personally, I thought he ran the best routes of anyone coming out of his draft class, and that included the wide receivers.
Last year, 80 receptions, also in the return game. He's a bit of a Swiss Army knife, isn't he?
He certainly is. Every which way you want to go, however you want to package him, I do think his running production will increase in 2018.
And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. These two teams, Panthers and Lions, met each other in Week 5 in Detroit last year. You did that game, didn't you? I did, and the Panthers were starting to round into form, especially their quarterback Cam Newton, who had missed most of the preseason with a shoulder injury. He had a big game, 335 yards passing and 3 touchdown passes, and they beat Detroit 27-24.
The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Gun. Hey. Keep moving, boys,
Back to throw, Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Let's go.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Now he'll let this one go deep, right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
Hey, check 24. Watch 20. Hey, sub. Let's go.
3rd and long for Winston. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Julius Peppers in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 1st and 10 inside their own 20-yard line. C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Gun. Here's a set. Look, Katie.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Dancing to his left. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 31 on third down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Stepping up, Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out, and the Lions have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ready, black 22. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Winston. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are in for 6. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward? And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Being chased out left. He's going to go deep for Funchess. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Newton. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. On fourth down, the Panthers send out Michael Pilardi to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And Detroit getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, let's give it conversion. Ready? Black 22. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Winston. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Lions on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready? Blue lady.
From the gun, Winston. Out to the flat for Reddick. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. At 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Easy. Hey. Ready? Blue lady.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Ready? Blue lady. Check. Slam. Line 50.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. The left side completion to Jones. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
4 down, 4 down.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And onto the field here come the Panthers. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing is Newton. That is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made there by Mike Adams, a strong safety. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. They go to Johnson again. A spin. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This will be taken very short. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. McCaffrey, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up the third down. To throw is Newton. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Newton. Flush to his right. Caught left side by Funchess. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now it's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Rolling to his right. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First target, first catch, and a first down. From the red zone now, Newton. Forced out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
And he's got his target. That's more. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Newton, flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Second down, Winston. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And he'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Sonic.
A first down throw for Winston. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. For Blunt. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Green, Trevor, hey, get ready. Blue lady.
Jameis to throw it. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
17. Ready. Black 25.
Now Winston. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Here we go. Hey. 3 down.
Here's Blunt. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Foul blown. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Newton on first down. Flush to his right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a first down throw for Newton. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Jones. He's the one that finally runs him down, and that is a big, big loss. 18 yards. There's Newton now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Glover Quinn. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Ready? Blue ready.
And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Hey, check.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
The Lions on 3rd down. 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready? Flag 22.
Winston to throw it this time. This is Reddick on the screen. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Detroit, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6 and 4. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for Carolina.